What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Erin Bees. I am a wife, a mom, a military veteran, and I spent 13 and a half years in multi-level marketing, healed my way out of it, and now I am using all of my social media platforms to educate and raise awareness around the dangers of multi-level marketing companies and the tactics that are used by their distributors to try and recruit you. If you are brand new to my channel, what is up? I am so glad that you are here. Feel free to like, drop your commentary, subscribe if you would like to. That'd be awesome. If you've been here for a while, thank you for being here. I appreciate every single view and interaction that we get to have together. So if you have not watched part one, pause the video, go back and watch part one. This is the comp plan for Dollhouse, which is a new MLM company that is going to be launching sometime in September. And long story short, they used to be a retail type business model, and they have recently switched over to a multi-level marketing structure. So we are going over the comp plan. And when I say we, I mean Julie, Joe, and myself. So make sure that you also go watch her video on her channel that we did together. And yeah, so this is part two. So very long video. This video in whole, as a whole, was an hour and 4 minutes long. So add some commentary onto it, and we have a very long video. So without further ado, let's get to the video. Thank you guys for being here, and I will see you in a second.
We all good? Goosebumps. Thanks, Marissa. Rachel's yes. Okay. Now.
Hey, Marissa, why do you have goosebumps? Because you're at the top of the pyramid? Just curious, asking for a friend.
We're going to sweeten the pot just a little bit more on this one. And I'm going to try and explain it the best I can. If it's a little confusing, just, put a question mark in the chat and I'll repeat it. But let's say, for example, that Ashley is one of my customers. And let's say Ashley bought $100 at the very beginning of the month when I really don't have much volume going through my website. I'm going to make $25 on her, correct? Not so bad. And this is, remember, the retail is a weekly pay. This is a monthly pay, and I'll explain why it's a month in a second. So I'm going to make the $25 for the week. However, during the month, I'm starting to accumulate a lot of customers and a lot of volume. In fact, at the end of the month, I really end up at 3,000 PV. So had Ashley bought at the end of the month, I would have made $35 instead of the $25, right? Well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to look back on all the customers that purchased for you, and wherever you end up at the end of the month, that's where we're going to say you were at the beginning of the month. So the company is going to send you an additional 10%, which would be in this case $10, right? 10% of 100 is 10. So you got the 25 on a week, but at the end of the month on your monthly pay, we're going to add another $10 onto that. Everybody kind of understand how that works. This stops you from front loading all the products at the very beginning of the month. It gives you time to gradually build your business. Well, thanks, Galaxy. I like that. I like that name, by the way. It's cool. All right. Keep also in mind
$5 and it's the Galaxy phone. $5 right here, right now. I know. I know it is. We've all seen it in the Zoom calls. It's like iPhone, Bro.
Fine too that you're part of this. You're buying at a 25% discount here. But here, you're buying products at a 30% discount. And here, you're buying a 35% discount. So any products that you buy, you're going to get a rebate of an extra 5% here and an extra 5% here if you reach those levels. Does that?
Oh, my God. Stop.
We're reacting the same way the people on the Zoom are, except for Marissa at the top of the pyramid, in my opinion. She's over here like this.
Or goosebumps or whatever. Bro.
Goosebumps from what?
Chris, stop talking. Chris, why is your mouse so far behind the blue dot?
Oh, God.
Why do you keep saying 35, 30, 25, 5? Like, you are not making this any easier for anyone.
He's trying.
God.
He's really trying.
Really? Because for someone
Maybe.
who's been Herbalife, Beachbody, Sunjets, it sure seems like he's not.
I mean, you're not wrong.
God.
That makes sense to everyone. So not only are you going to get it in commissions, but you're also going to get a rebate. Right? So when you were buying it at $75 here, you're buying it at $65 here. That's a $10 difference. You're going to get that as like a rebate. Does that kind of make sense? As if you were buying at the 35 at the very beginning of the month. All right. I am going to move on, if that's okay with everybody, but
That is so fine with me. That is totally fine that you move on. We are all okay with it.
that's retail commissions and that's personal sales commissions. Everything is based really on what? Two great letters, P and V, personal volume. All right, let's move on to the next part of our plan.
Literally the rest of the comp plan is about recruiting.
This could have been like 20 minutes.
Chris, this could have been an email.
There's no reason this is an hour and 4 minutes long, my dude.
I just snorted.
There's no reason.
I just straight up snorted on video, and I'm going to leave that in.
Do it.
Okay, are you a go-getter? Well, if you are, we have something called a rising star bonus. So think of it this way. When you hit a certain rank by a certain amount of time, we're going to give you a bonus. Not only are we going to give you a bonus, but we're going to give your upline a bonus. So in this particular case, when you first start, right, if you can accumulate 300 PV, remember, we all know what PV is, anything you buy or anything your customers buy, right? You do that within your first 14 days that you've enrolled. And by the way, this is when the company launches. I know you're you're pre-enrolled now, so don't panic. You didn't lose out on this. When the company actually kicks off, you're going to have a chance. You're going to get a bonus of $30 and your upline is going to get a bonus of $15.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Let's go to brand manager. You do brand manager within your first full month, we're going to send you a $50 check and your upline is going to get a $25 check. But you have to do it within your first full month. So what's a full month, Chris? That's a great question. I'm glad you're all asking that in the chat. Well, let me tell you what a first full month is.
Is it 30 days?
Let's say that you join us, right? You start your business March 15th. A full month is not April 15th to April 15th. A full month is going to be the rest of March plus the entire month of April.
So it's not a full month. It's more than a full month. It's for a span. What? It's your first full month. So they're saying not when you join, but like your first time that you go from the 1st to the 31st or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Chris is making this very complicated.
So then join the 2nd of a month, and then you have 2 months.
Or don't join at all because it's an MLM.
Yeah, perhaps not. God, Chris, this is ridiculous.
An entire full month we're giving you. Does everybody kind of understand now what a full month is? All right, awesome, very good.
Do you understand what a full month is?
Okay, so and then it just keeps going on. Senior brand manager, $100, upline $50, executive $200, $100, third full month, then national executive. Somebody asked me, well, when does the customer acquisition program kick in? It kicks in at the national executive level. Okay. Wow. Oh, thanks. All right. I guess this is somewhat self-explanatory. This is a one-time bonus, by the way, and it's paid monthly. It's a one-time bonus. You're asking yourself, well, what happens if I just jump to national executive? Do I skip over 200, 150? No, you get the entire kit and caboodle, all night.
So it's a one-time bonus. So they only have one opportunity to get it, correct?
That's what it sounds like. And there's a time limit. So first 14 days, first full month, second, third, sixth full month. So after that, you don't get these.
Okay, then that's ridiculous then.
Yeah.
Like, you have one shot to get this money. Good luck.
My favorite part about this is that their sponsors also get a bonus off of their effort.
And they show it.
And they Yeah.
on now.
That's my favorite. I love that.
Recruitment is the best, baby.
Seriously.
$980. Okay. Just because you jumped to national executive doesn't mean you're not going to get these bonuses. You'll get these bonuses as well. Okay. All right. Now the numbers get a little smaller, so I apologize for this particular page here, but hopefully you'll be able to see it. As you can start to see, here are some of the volume requirements now as we go all the way.
Let's read this for everybody because it's hard for me to read it. I can't imagine.
My God.
For those that are watching what it's like.
6.5 million in the in the top. It's 6.5 million DV downline volume. 6,500,000.
Yeah. Okay,
That
so there's
is the
7,
most I've seen.
10. There's 16 ranks. That's
the most I've ever seen for the top volume for the top of the company. That's
16 ranks. It ranges from it looks like 300 PV to 700 PV. He did clear that up because I missed that on the slide where he was talking about PV, but that comes from your personal orders and customers. And then there's downline volume requirements that range from 1,000 to just exactly what JJ was just saying, 6.5 million DV for the top rank. And then on the bottom, it says retail profit and personal selling commission, weekly/monthly pay, and it's 15 to 35%. So 35% is the most that you will ever make off of commission, depending on if they're a gold or a platinum customer. And the rest of the comp plan is based off of your downline volume.
lashes and nails. 6.5 mil, baby.
We don't even know. I mean, we know the lash starter kit is $89. We don't know what everything else costs.
6.5 million. I've never seen that so high.
And we don't know if it's dollar per volume point. We don't know that. So it could be more. This is crazy, bro.
Executive chairman. But I basically want to just share this with you really quickly is that, we've talked about the retail and personal selling commission, correct? That's what we just got finished talking about. That's anywhere between 15 to 35%, right? We all know that, okay? We just went through Rising Star bonus, which we just discussed. That was the rank qualification within a certain amount of time period, right? Pretty good so far? All right.
Okay, this one, the Rising Star bonus, one-time bonus paid monthly pay. That's that purple bar. That's what that says. And it says in the first one under brand partner, under visionaries, $30 to you. I can't make out that number. I think it's 25.
Where?
Under that purple. Yep.
It's 50 you, 25 enroller.
Oh, geez. Okay. So this is what he was talking about on the previous.
Yeah, it's pretty much half until the national executive, where it's 600 you and 200 enroller. But regional executive doesn't have anything.
That's interesting. All right, let's keep it going.
Now what we need to do is we need to talk. I'm going to skip over team building. I think I'm going to go right to fixed bonuses. So here we have fixed bonuses. Now, what's a fixed bonus? Well, as an entrepreneur, when you start a business, income can be very unpredictable. So we wanted to put something in here for you that was very predictable. So let's take a look at the title of director in green. Does everybody see that? Hopefully they do. If you get to the director level and you maintain that.
Why don't they ever start with the first ranks? Can we talk about that? Brand manager, your fixed income is $50 for the month. Congratulations. They always go to like the mid-level leader.
Yeah, that's why. Because $50, who wants to hear about that?
Yeah. Oh, I'm not going to be a brand manager for very long. I'm going to hit director. Yikes.
director level and you're paid as a director level, which means you're doing 700 PV and 18,000 in DV, right? The company every month that you are a director is going to send you $1,000. That's predictable. Now, here's how it benefits you. One, it benefits you out of predictability, but two, it benefits you when you personally sponsor somebody or somebody's interested in looking at the business. One of the questions they're going to ask is, hey, Marissa, I just want to earn $500 a month. What do I need to do? And in a lot of compensation plans, you got to sit there and try and calculate, well, if you do this many in retail commissions, or if you bring this many people on, you do this, right? And it gets confusing already. You say very simple. What I'll do is I'll help you get to what's called the national executive level. And as long as you stay at that level, the company is going to always send you $600. That's on top of your rising star bonus. That's on top of your retail commissions. Forget about that for a second. You said you want to make 500. Great. Let's get you to national executive. Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't say 500. You said 1,000. Okay. Let's get you to director. Oh, I see. You really want to go after this. Let's get you to vice president because you said 3,500. Does that make sense? Does this fixed bonus, can you see the benefits and the power behind the fixed bonus now? It's on top of everything. By the way,
well, of course you can, but the issue is most people aren't even going to get the $200 fixed bonus monthly. So it's nice and pretty to talk about the 3,500 or the 5,000 one, but most people won't even get that at all. Most people won't even get close to it.
Everything in the compensation plan does not replace anything else. There are 8 total ways you can earn income. One way doesn't replace the other way. Everybody good with this page? All right, that's our fixed bonuses. Now what I want to talk about before I get into the team bonus, I'm going to add one more term.
Oh my God, I was right. It is not dollar. It is not dollar per point. So when we were looking at the 6.5 million and I said it could be more, it's 6.5 in volume points, if you will, not dollars. So they would have to do way more in dollars to hit that 6.5 million.
That is just wild to me. 6.5 million is the highest number I've ever seen on any compensation plan for lashes and nails.
It's crazy. I remember calculating this when I was in Prove It. So you would take your volume that you and your team did, and then you would multiply it by 1.6 to figure out the dollar amount that you sold in that month. 1.6. Yeah.
In there, right? And that's commissionable volume. That's the point value that is used to calculate how much in commissions you are going to receive. This is only for this bonus coming up, right? So we have something called downline volume, right? And your PV volume that qualifies you by rank. Remember all the numbers that you saw? That qualifies you for the rank status. But in this particular one, the commissionable volume is how we're going to calculate what your team bonus is. It's a different point value based. Okay. So let's take a look and see how this works. So let's say something is sold for retail from your site at $100. Your downline volume is 100 DV. That's going to help you qualify your rank status. But your commissionable volume is going to be 65.
Okay, so here's what he said. He said, you are going to be able to rank $1 per one downline volume. Like, that's your rank. But you're only going to get paid on 65 CV is $100. 65 commissional volume. So that's what they're basing your pay on, which is wow.
And that pay is specifically on your team's sales.
Zang.
Percent of the 100 DV. And it's going to come into play in this particular bonus that we're going to talk about in 1 second. So notice that in this scenario, your downline volume is different than what your commissionable volume is. And it's only for this bonus, by the way. All of the bonuses are really based on your qualifying rank. All right. So as you can see, we pay 4 levels deep, right? When you are a brand partner, you're going to get 3% on the commissionable volume on your first level, right? Those are people that you probably personally sponsored yourself, right? And as it goes along, as you increase in rank level, that's going to open up more levels of team building bonuses all the way down to 4 levels deep. That's on top of your fixed bonuses. That's on top of your rising star. That's on top of your retail profits and selling commissions. Okay. Let's go to the next page. Let's see how this works and what it means. Okay. So here we have levels. Think of a level. You know, we've all been in an elevator before. Level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. That's a location, right? That's a fixed location. You can't change that location. Level 1 is level 1. So we have level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. Let's just, for the sake of argument, let's assume that you are a regional director. That opens up all your 4 levels. Well, what's a regional director? Remember over here, regional director in the green section, 700 PV, 35,000 DV. That's going to open up 4 levels, 5, 3, 3, and 3. Okay, so let's assume that you are a regional director. Level 1, 5, 3, 3, and 3. Okay, let's assume that on your first level, they did 40,000 in retail, right? Well, the commissionable volume is 26,000, 65% of that, right? So we take 5%, which is what you earn on your first level, and we multiply it by 26,000. That's $1,300 on your first level. That's what you would earn. So far, so good. So on your second level, you can probably do the same math, right? If you did 60,000 in retail, right? 39,000 then becomes commissionable volume. You get 3% of the 39,000, which is 1170. And so on and so on. I didn't do level 3 and 4 because that's the same as level 2 because it's all 3%, right? But notice you have the 40,000 DV and the 60,000 DV. Remember, that is qualifying volume. That qualifies you for your rank status. Your commissionable volume is what you're getting paid on in the team building bonus. I'm going to pause here because sometimes this gets like, what the heck is he talking about? Commissionable, CV, BD, OVs, all that sort of stuff, right? Are we okay with this?
Imagine you and your team bringing in $40,000 retail on your first level, $60,000 on your second, $60,000 on your third, and $60,000 on your fourth, and you're getting about $5,000 from it. I'm sorry, what? So 6 times 3, that's 180,000. 200. Hold on, 188, 19, 11, 12. $220,000 in retail in DV, and you're getting around $5,000. Is the math is mathing for me, right? Like I'm mathing it.
This is wild.
Holy
And I think
hell.
this is a perfect example of the differences in retail selling, the money that you make off of selling a lash or a lash kit or a nails or whatever, and the amount that you get from recruiting and having a team.
The company's getting so if you're getting about $5,000, the company is getting still 200.
Well, the company's basically getting 35% of everything that your team sells.
Yes.
Because you're only getting paid, your commission, your CV, according to Chris, is about 65%. So the other 35% is going to the company.
Yes.
I think that's what you were trying to say, I hope.
Well, off of these different levels, like not just you, but off of these levels, like,
yeah.
So you're $40,000 in retail, but you're getting $1,300. So imagine how much the company's getting.
Right.
So it's like, this is actually, you might as well just try to start your own business.
I have seen so many successful people doing their own lash and nail business. You don't need an MLM model to do this stuff.
No.
I'm sure you could go to TikTok and you could find tons of people that I'm sure would be willing to help you figure out how to get started.
Well, I mean, the CEO of this is a perfect example. She was super successful before the MLM, but she wanted even more money than 8 figures.
It's the greed for me.
That's exactly what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Do we kind of understand how that works? Gonna pause for a moment.
Bro, stop pausing. That's why it's taking an hour.
Yes, 7/7. Okay, good. I'm kind of glad we understand this. This is really a good part of the plan. That if you can understand this, then that's great. All right. We then have something. So, by the way, I could stop here if you want. That's kind of the first half of the plan. I can get into generations here in a second. You tell me what you want me to do. What we covered so far was retail commission, personal sales commissions, right? We got
Now the last two, the 7 and 8, are just for people who are director or up, pretty much. And that's it. Which we know there's still, like, what you said, there's 16 levels. This is 9.
That's crazy.
So
Yeah, because
you
he's
don't
not
get
showing the
paid 8
beginning.
ways. Yeah, you don't get paid 8 ways unless you're a director or above.
Yeah.
And this is strictly people who have recruited and obviously recruited a lot.
Yeah.
So 7 and 8 are even more intensive when it comes to recruitment.
Yeah.
the level bonuses, which would be called rising star, right? That's the one time, achieve something within a certain time period, right? We have fixed bonuses. That's the predictable amount of money based upon the level that you've reached. That's predictable money, right? And now we talked about team bonuses. That's your team. That's what you're building on your team. That's what you get paid on for. Keep going, please. Okay. I'll keep going if you want me to. It's really not a problem. Okay. I know that there's some background noise. Again, I apologize for that. Again, it's a helicopter kind of going around. So heads up on that. All right. It's really important to understand what a generation is versus a level. Remember, we had a level like an elevator, right? Level 1, level 2. Level is a location, a fixed location. A generation is a title. Different, completely different. All right. You're like, oh boy, here's where we get crazy, right? Let's see what a generation is. So we know that this is a level, and on your team bonuses, remember you were getting 5%, 3%, 3%, 3%, and that's where it stopped. But notice your generations go deeper. It goes a lot deeper. Why? Because when you reach a certain rank level and you reach down and you help somebody else reach a rank level, in this case, national executive, that then becomes what we call your first generation.
I don't remember if it was this video or the one on your channel that we reacted to. Didn't they say that you could rank advance without, I think it was him, without having to help other people hit a certain rank?
It was also in my video.
But this generational bonus is exactly that.
Yeah.
He just said when you help somebody hit a certain rank, which he's not told us what that rank is, you're going to get this bonus. Wow.
Not a level. This is your level up here, but your generations can start at any level. So in some organizations, maybe your first generation could be 8 levels deep, 9 levels deep, 20 levels deep, right? Remember, I always said this is a team-oriented compensation plan. So it is to your benefit that if somebody reaches up and says, hey, I want to do something with this business, I want to be a go-getter, you say, great, I would love to make you my first generation. Why? Because the volume helps you count to your qualifying status, right? Which then opens up your generation bonuses. Are we okay on this one? So let's follow the lineage. In this particular line down the left-hand side, the first national executive, because that's when the generation bonus gets paid on your first, of course, you must be a director. First of all, you must be a director. And then you get paid on your national executives and above. Okay. So if I were to go up the line, it really goes executive, regional executive, then national executive, and then director. So you need to be the director to get paid on your national executives and above. So this is your first one on this lineage. Follow the dots. Okay. Now on this line, this person also sponsored this person who sponsored this person who became a national executive. Oh, interesting. Wow. That's also a first generation. Because when this person personally sponsored this person who also became a national executive, then that's your second generation, because we have to go in the.
I love when these companies and these distributors give these examples that are more than likely never going to happen unless you are one of the first distributors in, if it even happens.
Correct. This is ridiculous, bro.
I think that this generational bonus, the difference between this and the super generational bonus is going to be you just get paid further down, like generation 3, generation 4. I think that's going to be the difference, which again is based on recruiting and people below you rank advancing.
Lineage, the line. Just because they fall on kind of under this person here, that doesn't make this a first generation, a second generation, and a third generation. That's not it. No. Follow the lines. This person who personally sponsored this person, who personally sponsored this person here, who's now sits by themselves, is a national executive. That's your first generation here. This person didn't make national executive. They're probably just under it, right? Here, this person personally sponsored this person. Hey, here's a national executive. That's a first generation. So in total, we're going to pay out 6 generations deep, depending upon what rank status level you have. Let's take a look and see what that looks like. So is that pretty cool? So now you kind of understand what's really between the level. Notice the levels are always there. That's always there. But generations can change. They can go deep. That's why it's always good to reach down and help people bring them up. This is a team plan, right? Team oriented. Thanks for the 7s. Okay, so remember, let's go to the generation bonus, right? Here you're a director, right? That qualifies you, and you're going to get $200 on anyone that's a national executive and above. Okay. If you're a regional director, that opens up 2 generations, national director 3, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. Don't pay attention yet to the super generation on the bottom. I just want to talk about generation bonus for a second, because I want to give you a scenario. All right. Here's the scenario. Let's assume, just for the sake of argument, it's pretty easy. Let's assume you're a director and you get somebody that's a national executive, right? That opened up your first generation. How much are you going to get paid on that person? On that national executive? As long as they're paid as a national executive and you're paid as a director, you will earn $200, right? Correct? But let's say that life got in the way and that national executive dropped in their paid as rank. They dropped to a regional executive or an executive, which is just 2 below. Okay. We're not going to take away your $200. What's going to happen is that you will get paid $100. You get paid 50% of the generation bonus in hopes that you can work with that person and get them back to the national executive level. So if they drop.
So they're going to put pressure on their downline to hit the rank again so that they can get their full bonus.
Yeah, that's tracking.
Wow.
And they drop to an executive or regional executive position because they drop from national. We're not going to drop your pay. What's going to happen is that you will get paid $100 instead of the $200. And in this case, if you're regional, you would be getting paid the $200 on them, and anybody else you'd be getting paid 75, 50%. But as long as they're national executive above, you're getting the $400 here and the $150 here. Does that kind of make sense to everyone? We don't want to take the money away from you, but we do want you to reach down and kind of help them and build them up.
But they are taking the money away from you. You're getting half of your bonus for somebody else not rank advancing or maintaining their rank, if you will. Ew.
So you can begin to see the power of a generation bonus, because remember, it's going to go very deep. This is on top of your team bonus, on top of your fixed bonuses, on top of the rising star bonuses, on top of your personal sales commission, and on top of your retail commissions. Now let's go to the super generation bonus. All right, the super generational bonus is, again, very similar to this bonus here. Okay, so, but it opens up when you become a national director. All right. So when you become a national director, then anybody underneath you that's a national director, you're going to get $300 on that person. If the person underneath you is a vice president, you're going to get 300 on them. If they're a national VP, 300 on them, 300 on them, and then so forth and so on. Okay? So far, so good. If you're a global VP.
Is he seriously going to go through every single one?
I think he's going to. I think he's definitely going to.
Chris, you don't have to do that. You really don't. My eyes are glazed over. Chris, stop. You are making this the most boring thing in the world. Like, no one's going to want to listen to this.
And you can't tell me that the people on this Zoom are like, yes, I get it completely. No, they don't want to ask questions because they don't want to feel like they're dumb.
Also, they're tired of listening to the freaking, slide by the end of the time he's talking about it. So why ask more and make him talk more about it?
Mm-hmm.
Goodness gracious.
And you have somebody underneath you, right? That's a national director, right? You're going to get 300 on them. All right. If they step up to the VP level, now you're going to be earning 1,000 on them, right? All the way up through chairman. Okay. So the table is something like that. So if you're a national director, you can get 300 on everybody. But as soon as you step up to global VP, well, then we're going to up the money a little bit more for you, right? So in this particular case, if you're a global VP, you'll get $1,000 on everybody that's a global VP or higher, but you get $300 on everybody that's a national director all the way up to national VP. Okay? We're going to do a little bit of math. We'll have a little bit of fun with this so I can show you how it works. But this super generational bonus starts at national director level. The generation bonus starts at director level. Okay? In the case of the super generational bonus, there is no 50%. So we want to make sure that everybody maintains the paid as level as national director or higher. So let's do a little fun math. Okay, you are a national director. Let's go back to national director, right? This is the big part. You've opened up 3 generations of pay, which means you've opened up 3 generations of pay down here. When you become a vice president, that opens up 4 generations here. And in your super generation, it's going to open up 4 generations here. Both generation bonuses pay 6 levels deep. Here, the national director opens up 3 generations. And in the super generation, it's also going to open up 3 generations. So you are a national director. And in your generation bonus, you're going to get paid $400 on your first generation, $300 on your second.
I wish we could see the people on this Zoom, their faces.
And $150 on your third.
I keep pressing play instead of like what? By this time, I bet they've all just kind of turned off their camera and started to cook dinner or do something.
Like, oh yeah, I'm still on, but my camera's not on and I'm not really paying attention. He lost me 4 bonuses ago. These poor people.
The word generation, I'm like, give me 24 hours and I don't want to hear it for full 24 hours after this. maybe 48.
We have heard the word generation a whole lot.
Oh God.
A whole lot.
Generation, national executives and above. Remember, that's where the generation bonus starts. At national executives and above, as long as you're a director or higher. But in this case, you're a national director, so you opened up 3 generations of pay. Isn't this fun? That's really fun. Guys are going crazy on it. All right. But remember, we also have the super generation bonus because that's when this begins. You need to be a national director to open up a super generation bonus. So because you have 3 generations here, we're going to give you 3 generations here. On your generation 1, you're going to earn $300 on all your national directors and above. On generation 2, you're going to earn $300 on all your national directors and above. And generation 3, you're going to earn $300 on all your national directors and above. Let me ask you a very quick question. Did you have to personally sponsor these national directors or national executives as well? No, you didn't. But did you help them grow their business so you can partake in the generational bonus? Yes, you did. So now, does this kind of make sense? It's not people that you personally.
So you don't help them grow their business so that they can make more money and, have a better life. You help them grow their business so you can make a super generational bonus. Yep. That's what he just said. So it's not for me. It's from the president. It's been in multiple other MLMs. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sponsored. You need to help everybody. That's the culture we have here. And, we stand very firm with it. So let's take a look at generation pay. Well, remember, it pays on national executives and above. Well, this is a national director, so that easily qualifies. You're going to get $400 on this person as part of your generation pay. That's your first generation. This person personally sponsored. Now, this person here, who's a national executive, so that qualifies, so you get $300 here. Okay. Generation 3, this person sponsored this person. So remember the lineage? I was talking about lineage of generation. This is a national director, so that obviously qualifies. So you can get 150 there. Congratulations. We went down 3 generations. Each one qualified, right? Because they had to. National director gets the 400. National executive, because that'd be a national executive or higher, they get 300 on that second generation, and 150 on your third. So far, so good. I'm pretty sure that's pretty good so far, I hope. But what about your super generation bonus? What are you going to get paid on that? So in your super generation bonus, well, is this person a national director? Yes, they are. Remember, it starts at national director for your downline. So you're going to get $300 on this person. But wait a minute, I just got $400 on this person. That's right. But with your super generational bonus, we're going to add $3 more $100. So how much total did you make?
I want to formally apologize to everyone who's watching this video, as I know that this is like the most boring thing that you've ever seen in your entire life. If I had a joke to tell you right now, I would, to lighten the mood. However, my brain is not doing so well. My eyes are glazed over. I am exhausted from listening to this person talk this long about this. So we're all in this together.
I love the examples that are probably never going to happen.
Yeah. If we have to see it, you have to see it. So hopefully we're close to the end.
In generation bonuses on this one person for getting them to national director? $700. Pretty good, huh? $700. I would stop there because people are going to be cheering, but that's good. Now, this person is not a national director. They're a national executive. So did you earn really anything on them? No. Were they a generation? No, they were not. Remember, it's got to reach down. It's got to find the next national director got to find the next national director or above. So that's not your second, even though they're your second generation here in the generation bonus, they're not your second generation here. This person, though, is a national director. They're your second generation. So here you're going to earn $300 here, and $150 total is $450. So here you're getting $700 plus $300 plus $450 in generation bonuses. Everybody kind of understand generation bonuses. I know you'll probably say, well, I'll get used to it when I get, yeah, you're right. And that's what's going to happen, most likely. Some of you, probably have seen the presentation before saying, oh, okay, the first time maybe I wasn't so sure, but now it seems to be becoming clear. Remember, I kind of lived this compensation plan. So, I really want to make sure that, don't feel bad. It just take your time with it. Compensation plans are not easy. Okay. But are you beginning to see kind of the power of this plan? Are you beginning to see the fact that there's
I feel like I need to fill in the gaps. Are you beginning to see the power of recruiting within this comp plan? Are you beginning to see how you'll be rewarded for signing up other distributors to sell the same thing that you are? Because you're not really going to make a lot of money off of the sale of the product. So it's really like, let's sell these starter packages and sign up other distributors so that you can really have financial freedom.
That's right.
I thought I'd help them.
Yeah.
masterclass attached to it that's going to help you drive customers, going to drive volume. What does volume drive? Volume drives your rank status. Your rank status helps you open up, what do we call? Generations. Okay, that's our generation bonus. That and our super generational bonus. That's the 6th and 7th.
After this video, moving forward, I'm just going to voice message you, JJ, and I'm just going to say generations.
Stop. Keep it for 48 hours.
Way to earn income. We have one last one. It's called the leaders pool. All right. The leaders pool is very straightforward. We take a portion of the company sales and we put it into a pool, and that's for the chairman levels and above, right? Depending upon.
What's the portion, Chris? 1%?
I bet.
Oh, I'm sure it's 1%.
The level you're at, you can earn 1 share, 2 shares, 3 shares in the pool. So we want to reward you on what you are doing with your organization, but we also want to reward you on a global basis for organizations that you had nothing to do with, but everybody participates that have reached these levels. So we take worldwide company sales and put it into a pool. It's 1 share, 2 shares, and 3 shares in each pool. There is no mathematical equation for this because we don't know what the pool is, right? We don't know how much money is in the pool at this point because we haven't started the company. But you start getting the chairman and national chairman, executive chairman level, you can begin to see that the leaders pool, if a company jumps up in massive amounts of sales, right? And we take a portion of that, a percentage of it, and put it into a pool, pretty good, huh? And those are the 8 ways you get paid in the Dollhouse compensation plan. It is unbelievable, but wait, there's more.
No, oh wait, the car. Oh, it's so pretty. I love pink. But I'd never joined the dollhouse to get that car.
Also, let's talk about these qualifications before he kind of, just quickly goes over them. Must be in good standing with the company. It's giving, you must stay in alignment with our company and not say anything bad about it or cause any problems in order, to maintain this bonus. Must be a paid as vice president for 6 consecutive months to qualify for this.
Now that's interesting.
That is interesting. Must lease the pink Range Rover, which means you have to qualify for that in your name.
Yeah, it's like buying your own car. Pretty much. I mean, it's all in your name. And if you fall out at all 1 month, you're done.
You don't get the money. You have to come out of pocket to pay for that lease that you signed the paperwork on.
Yup.
I wonder how much that pink Range Rover is. I'm going to see if I can look it up.
I'm sure you probably could see yourself sitting and driving in this gorgeous pink Range Rover. Yeah. Okay. So we teamed up with Range Rover, Dollhouse, our program. You must be paid as a vice president for 6 consecutive months. 6 consecutive months. When you're doing that, we will make sure that 1 year of your lease is covered on this Range Rover. Okay. So what does that mean? That basically means that if by chance, let's say you assume that you've qualified for the car, but maybe in your 7th or 8th month, you've dropped in pay rank. You went from vice president, let's say, back down to national director or regional director. Doesn't matter. You did your 6 months, your year of the lease is covered. If it's a 2-year lease, then the 6 months that you did covers the first year. If you do another 6 months consecutive of VP, we're going to cover the next year of your lease. If it's a 3-year lease, you do another 6 months straight of VP, we're going to cover 3 years of your lease. Even if you drop in pay status at some point, we don't want you burdened. We don't want you stressed. We know sometimes life gets in the way. The last thing you want to do is look at the pink Range Rover and curse at it as opposed to praise it for what the hard work that you did do. Does that make sense now in the lease program?
So is it just like if they miss 1 month, like if they don't make it 1 month, you're going to cover that 1 month and that's it?
No, he said if you qualify 6 consecutive months at VP, you're covered for that year of the lease.
Yeah, but then he said like even if you like drop a pay rank, that they'll like cover it still, but like what does that mean? Like what are the ins and outs of that? Like
yeah, great question. I mean, I heard it as long as you qualify for 6 months, 6 consecutive months out of the year. So like January through
so they'll cover it. Even if you drop during that year, you qualified those 6 months. Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah. I mean, 6 months that's a long time. That is a long time to maintain a rank, because we know that doesn't typically happen in multi-level marketing companies.
Yep.
So that's very interesting.
Yeah, peep that sparkly roof. You got that right. Sparkly roof is there. I mean, come on. Tell me you want that car. That's a lot of fun. All right.
Yes, that's him, y'all. Don't worry.
So that is the car program. It's a big part of our compensation plan. It's a lot of fun. Great for business, great for branding. We do have great trip incentives for those that know me and have traveled with me before. I like in first class. I like to go to places that are exotic. I like to go to places that normally you wouldn't go to, but have always.
Look at that last one on there. Business training. I think if I'm going to go on like a nice trip, I'm not going to want to do business training, my friend.
I'm not working if I go on vacation.
Yeah,
I'm going to film videos ahead of time. I'm going to film podcasts ahead of time. Yeah. I'm going to set up drafts, if not automatic posts for social media. I'm going on vacation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wanted to go to kind of a bucket list of things, right? And so usually I like to book 5-star hotels that are all inclusive. So you just put your wallet in the safe and you forget about everything else. Everything else is taken care of. The gourmet meals, of course, you get to meet with other top leaders, share stories, share strategies, and so forth, right? You get to meet the corporate staff. Yay, you get to meet us in person, hang out with us. You get to meet SEMA, a lot of photo ops there. I like to give unique gifts away as well. That's what we like to do. Things that you don't normally buy yourself, we like to give those out as a special thank you. Special events, which we call excursions, right? Things that you normally wouldn't do if you were on a family vacation, but here you're going to do it with us, right? Because we like to do fun things. It's a great way to bond and so forth. And of course, you're going to get some great business training and business networking as well. So we have some great trip programs as well that are coming up, and you qualify for these trips and you can earn the trips. They really are a lot of fun. I will say that anybody that's been on these type of trips, they are definitely memorable trips without a doubt. And the only question you have when the trip ends is, okay, well, when's the next trip and where are we going and how do I get there? So I kind of understand the car program and the trips. We haven't really created a qualification yet for the trips. We got to figure out where we're going first. All right. Remember, I mentioned the yearly fee to get started to open up your dollhouse business. It's $99. Get the replicated website, and you're going to get the masterclass back office training. Great video and marketing materials because
What does processing mean? What does that even mean?
Processing them. I don't know.
I mean, is that a charge for credit card processing? Also, It's very interesting having the punctuation with the bullet points. That's interesting.
How good SEMA is with that, right? We're going to handle the processing and shipping. And of course, you're going to get customer support as well. That is our compensation plan. In a nutshell, it kind of tells you also how much it costs, but we know we have free signups till the end of September 30th. Marissa, I think I'm going to stop here. I know there's a couple of little things here. We already know what you decided. This is really more of a presentation. So I'm going to say thank you for your time. I
feel like we're good.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's freaking good.
I think we're well beyond finished with that video. Oh my God. What are your final thoughts, friend?
I'm really glad that's over. That's my initial reaction, is like, I'm glad that's over, because that should have been half an hour. Like, that really should have been half an hour. It should not have been an hour.
Yeah, I agree. I think it was all of the hypothetical examples that it's not going to apply to the majority of that company.
Yeah, it's just really deceptive. Like, and he knows that.
Yeah.
I mean, he should at this point. There's nothing new. There's nothing special. It's honestly just not a good, sometimes I'm like, okay, that's a better compensation plan than this. No, it's just not a good compensation plan in general.
Yeah. I mean, 6 out of the 8 bonuses are based off of recruiting, even though at the beginning he said, you don't have to have team members hit a certain rank in order to rank advance or whatever, but that's exactly what we saw at the end of it. So fascinating. the amount of effort, time, and energy that it appears they have taken to be so deceptive. I think that's really gross. So
Yeah.
anyways, if y'all love the video, give us a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed, feel free to subscribe if you would like. That would be amazing. And I can't wait to see your commentary on the video because you guys always drop the best commentary. We appreciate you guys being here. Make sure that you go watch Julie Joe's video that we did. Make sure you go subscribe to her. She's a phenomenal human being. I might be a little bit biased because she's my best friend. But you guys should go subscribe to her as well. So JJ, thank you for being here. This was rough.
God. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. I can't. For those of you that set to the end, good for you. Good for you.
Yeah. And
Let us
also,
know. Let us know down below if you did.
Yeah.
We'll comment. We'll praise you.
Yeah. Also, don't join an MLM. Don't do it. Especially this company. I mean, especially all companies, but just don't join an MLM. Thank you guys for being here. We appreciate you, and we will see you on the next video. Bye, everybody.
Bye.